Welcome back to the Born Blondes podcast. I'm Aubrey. Unfortunately, last Friday, so the 6th, I don't know if you want to say celebrated or mourned the death of Randa's 20s. So, starting today, I have a new co-host. I'd like to welcome her. This is Randa in her 30s.
What's up, bitches? Your girl is sadly now 30.
I wouldn't say sadly.
I kind of feel sadly. My body is sore. Bitch.
It's from the workout. It's not because you're 30. It's because of the workout.
We'll just say that. But I'm Randa. Happy Monday. Yay.
We're not going anywhere. Don't worry.
Oh, God, no. You can't get rid of us that easily.
No.
Not that easy. I mean, no, not that easily.
No. But
just kidding.
I did make Randa wait until today and right now to open her gift from me. So
I'm excited.
We're going to do this.
And nervous.
It's heavy, by the way.
It's my birthday. I can cry if I want to. This is huge. For those of you who are only listening and cannot see, I have a very large package in my... Whoa. I was going to say I have a very large package in my lap, but...
Mitchell's not here.
That's true. Anyway, if you want...
Can you hear it?
Sorry for the ASMR. Sorry, not sorry. If you want to see me open this package, head over to our YouTube channel. All right, let's get to it. By the way, I love this wrapping paper. It's very death to my 20s.
Yes.
Which is the theme that we did for my birthday. Yes. Anyway, let's see.
Rip.
Ooh, right off the bat, some hot Cheetos. Your girl loves some hot Cheetos. My daughter, Ella, loves... I don't know why I just said my daughter.
Those are not for Ella.
That's true. Ooh.
No, nobody's allowed to share any of this. This is all yours.
Barefoot peach wine, which is my all-time freaking favorite wine.
I had to ask Mitchell for assistance on that one, yes. I messaged him and was like, what is Randa's favorite wine?
This, barefoot peach wine. Yay! I'm so gonna... You know, don't mix wine with hot Cheetos because you will shart yourself. Don't ask me how I know that.
That's not where I was expecting that to go. I thought you were going to be like wine and liquor, like...
That was a little TMI.
That was not what I was expecting.
What else is in here? Ooh, super mom, super wife, super tired. Facts. Oh my gosh.
Hope was with me and we're like picking out. I was like, she needs like a wine glass to go with her wine and we're picking them out. And I'm looking and I was like, I like this one. And I had like 2 in my hand. And then I seen that one. I was like, nope. Put them all back. I grabbed that one. I was like, this is it.
Perfect. I was literally just telling Mitchell the other day that I needed more wine glasses.
Perfect.
So thank you so much. All right.
Good
what
timing.
else is in here? The Sours Micanites. 2 times squared. These are my all-time favorite.
I also asked Mitch for assistance on those.
Damn. Does my husband know me or what?
He does.
Good man. Ooh, these are my fave. Mitchell has fire tonight. Mm-hmm. And I'm probably
You're gonna be on the couch.
Devour these.
Do it.
What else is in here? Holy cow. Ooh, a candle. Juicy watermelon slice. Bruh. This is heavenly. I'm sure you already smelled it.
I was gonna say, I smelled it. I smelled it when picking it out. I was like, I need Randa scents. I had to
This is fabulous.
hone my inner Randa. And then I was looking through them and like there were a couple that I was like, no, I don't think she'll like that. Don't think she'll like that. And then like there was like a apple cinnamon one. I was like, I know she'll like this, but she also has like a lot of these. Yeah. Like I know that's a very popular
are usually
scent.
Like my fall scents, and this I feel is more like summery. And so before,
I was looking through a bunch of them, and I happened to see watermelon, and I was like, she'll like that one.
You pick the wiener. All right. Holy cow. Another candle?
Mm-hmm.
Tropical fruit medley? Oh my god. Ooh, that's good.
You're smelling. Delicious. I did
These
another
are
summer
really
scent
nice. Though. Ooh, I love this. That's really good.
I'm pretty sure that's the first one I picked up too.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I love the yellowy color to this too. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Right,
that's Randa's a big candle person. I feel like every single time I come over, you have a candle lit.
Usually, or like the wax smelter is usually going.
So I was gonna say one of the two.
So good. All right, let's see. Those are empty. What is this? Ooh,
I was gonna say that's
yes.
the cookbook that I was telling you about.
Yes. Oh, she fresh.
Yes.
She fresh.
I was gonna say I think
I'm
I've
so
like
excited for this.
flipped through it once.
Meals she eats. Mm-hmm. Take control of your PCOS.
Mm-hmm. So that's I actually started following that couple on TikTok, and it's essentially the cookbook.
Thank you so much.
You're
Give
welcome.
me a hug. Thank you, bestie.
But the book is essentially a bunch of meals that the husband cooked to help the wife get pregnant without doing infertility.
I don't need to get pregnant
treatments.
though.
Right. But it was to help manage like her hormones and stuff without doing fertility treatments because they were trying to get pregnant and she had PCOS. So for those of you that don't know, it's very difficult to get pregnant with PCOS. So he was able to
I'm really excited to look at
essentially help her out and deal with her hormones all through meals and whatnot.
Eventually, they had a baby, right?
That's I don't know.
Have you not gotten to that
so
part yet?
They did have their first, and the last I knew, she was pregnant with her second.
Ooh, beautiful.
I don't know if they've had that baby or not. I know she was getting really, really close.
Oh, okay.
So they might have
Yeah.
had him, but yeah.
That's awesome. Thank you so much.
you're
That's
welcome.
really exciting. It was worth the wait.
Yeah.
It was
good.
worth the wait.
Yeah. I'm glad. I was like honing my inner Randa the whole time.
Yes. You know, it's actually, I give you props for that because for me, it's really hard. Like when I have a gift for someone, I'm like, you want your gift? Do you want it now? Like Christmas time is the worst for me.
Yes.
The worst.
So I started shopping for Hope's birthday presents in like May. She's an August baby, by the way. I had them.
You have to.
I had them stuffed in Ricky's closet because I knew if I like seen them or continued seeing them, I'd be
Right.
like, "Here you go, Hope."
Literally, and then you have to go buy her new gift for her
Right.
birthday for her to actually open.
So I hid them in Ricky's closet and like kept them in the bag because I was like, if I can't see them,
Right.
I don't know.
Out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah.
What presents? You didn't get anything for your birthday?
Right.
No way.
Oh.
It's bad. But I feel like that's always like, I don't know. I feel one of my like love languages is like gift giving. Because I feel like I love the thought, like that. I love the thoughtful gifts of like, I'm going to get you what you really like kind of thing. And
Right.
like, I love that.
Me too.
I feel so happy.
Good.
So, should we get into the actual topic of this episode? Let's do it.
What we're really here for.
What you all came to see here.
It's me. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, what am I, chopped liver? Like, fuck Randa. We're just here for Aubrey.
All right, you got gifts now anyway.
Get that bitch out of here. Let's spit on you. Now you're 30. Get the fuck out. You're too old.
This is a 20s podcast. I gotta be careful with that. I only got like a year.
Yeah. Better watch yourself.
I know.
All right. We are doing
Disney conspiracies.
Disney conspiracies. Dun, 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 dun.
We need to get a soundboard.
We really do.
We need to get a whole like setup.
I know. Eventually, one of these days, our setup will be immaculate.
Yes.
We'll have a beautiful backdrop. I mean,
What you
the pink is beautiful.
What you don't know, behind the scenes action, we set up and tear down every single time that we record.
Correct? In my living room.
Yeah. So eventually we'll have our own place where we can set up and never have to tear down again.
Yep, and have a cute, like, illuminated, like, light behind us, like a neon sign that says, Born Blind.
I like it.
Yes, ma'am.
I like it.
With a sign of us going...
I don't know if I'd want to see me in the background of
every
a video of me.
Like, yeah.
I'd just be hilarious.
Get that. Get her out
Is that what it look like? Why do you guys hang it? Why do you tune in?
That's how I feel. You ever, like, reverse the camera on your phone and you're like, God damn.
Shit.
That's what I look like to other people. I am sorry.
What was the one that you were telling me about? Was it you took a picture with the back camera? There was something.
I don't. Are you okay?
You were telling me about something, and it was either you took a picture with the back of your phone, like the back camera, or like you reversed the front camera, or
something like that.
Or it was. And it was a filter, wasn't it? Because it was like how people actually see. I think remember.
It was like a TikTok inverted
Yeah.
filter. And it was basically like, this is how people see you, like, because obviously we see ourselves differently in the mirror because we can't see ourselves. But I was like, y'all, I'm so sorry.
Who the fuck that bitch?
I don't know who she is, but when I look in the mirror, I'm like, damn, girl. And then when I flip the camera, I'm like, Shrek, what the fuck?
Who the fuck that?
Fiona? All right, let's get into this.
You go first, or am I?
I can.
Okay.
I am going to read off my phone because I'm that kind of person, and Aubrey printed it out.
Because I'm that kind of person.
Yeah, no. So
I am such a hard copy person.
I am when it comes to, like, planning. Or, like, calendars and stuff like that. Calendars. But something like this, I'm like, just give me a Google Doc. Like, I'm good to go.
Fair enough.
I did the same thing when we did the nursery rhymes. Nursery
rhymes.
But anyway, we basically looked up fan theories, conspiracy theories of Disney movies, Disney in general. So...
I listened to a podcast the other day, and it was like, I don't know if you've ever heard the, like, conspiracy I don't even think it was a conspiracy theory. I think it was printed in a book somewhere, like, nobody ever dies at Disney. Like, they'll take them off property before they pronounce them dead. Like, nobody dies at Disney.
So, if they actually do die...
They wait.
They, like, they're dead... But then they move them off the property and be like, oh, they died at 9:02. Instead of saying, oh, they died at 8:50 something.
Right.
Okay.
Like, at least I think it was I don't know if that's actually what happens. It was a podcast that I heard, and I'm pretty sure she said it was wrote in a book in, like, 1960 or 1970 something. I don't remember. But, like, she was talking about a bunch of people that had, like... died at Disney and like different accidents and stuff, and it was like, what the
But then nobody
fuck?
actually knows that they died there. Well, I mean, obviously they do.
Right.
Excuse me, because she just wrote whatever, the book or whatever. You know, I could kind of understand that because you would want Disney to be this magical place, and if you heard that someone died there, you're going to be like, oh my god, it's haunted. Like, that's what I would do.
Yeah.
No way, Jose. Okay, so mine aren't very, like, I didn't connect the stories to, like, this movie and this movie and this movie. I just kind of did, like, a theory of, like, whatever. I'll just get into it. So Sven's mother. Sven is the... Frozen.
Okay.
It's Kristoff's little reindeer dude. His mother.
Okay.
Sven's mother. Kristoff and Sven are young in the opening scene of Frozen, but how much... can a young boy be given such a big responsibility over a young reindeer? The answer is Sven's mother must have died. The ice workers are constantly cutting into the ice and removing large chunks. One small snowstorm. We suck at this, by the way. Why did we pick another fucking thing for us to read off of? Fuck.
We're going to have plenty more coming.
I know. Stay tuned, y'all. I will repeat that sentence. The ice workers are constantly cutting into the ice and removing large chunks. One snowstorm can cover up the exposed patches of water, making it impossible for Sven's mother to see, causing her to slip through the ice and likely froze to death.
Yep.
Okay.
She was
Kristoff.
frozen. Anyway.
That's the real reason why it's called Frozen, you guys. You're welcome.
Yep.
So, going back to the opening scene, Kristoff is seen wearing some kind of reindeer skin gear, and it could very well be Sven's mother's pelt.
That got dark really quick.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. There was another theory that basically was saying they could have hunted Sven's mother and like used her skin for that or meat, which I'm sure very well happened as well. But I thought that was a little bit darker for like a young child to be wearing like the hunted pelt. But yeah, that's one I got.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So my first one had to do with Peter Pan. And there's kind of two theories behind it.
Ooh. Give it to
the
me.
first one, it's one that I feel like everybody's heard. I know I've heard it several times before. It's that Peter Pan's actually an angel and all the children are dead. Mm-hmm. And Peter Pan is leading them to heaven or Neverland, and this is why the children don't grow up.
I mean, that makes sense.
Or never get old.
That makes sense.
Theory 2 is a little bit darker.
Ooh, give it to me.
So Peter Pan is actually the villain.
Ooh. Dun, dun, dun.
So this stems from the original story, which was a book called The Little White Bird. The story is about a man who becomes fascinated with a boy and wants to steal him from his mother.
Oh. Okay, we're kidnapping.
Okay, so the man makes the story of Peter Pan in order to befriend the boy to take him.
Oh my god.
So in
That's a whole new meaning of free candy.
Right. So in part of the story, it states, which...
Don't quote me.
This is a direct quote from the book.
Ooh.
But you got to keep in mind it's an old book, so
yeah,
bear with me here. But it states, the boys on the island vary, of course, in numbers according to as they get killed and so on. And when they seem to be growing up, which is against the rules, Peter thins them out.
Oh.
Meaning that when they get too old, Peter kills them
off with your head
because of his hatred for adults. So, in the movie, this could mean that Captain Hook and his crew are some of the boys who grew up but escaped from Peter Pan, and now they're trying to stop him. Peter Pan kidnaps the children and takes them to Neverland, where Neverland, where they never grow up. But he keeps getting captured by a pirate over and over again.
I'm sorry, but I'd like to see that movie. That'd be a good movie.
That is the movie.
No, I mean like full on, like in-depth, like horror film from the beginning.
Yeah.
Like I want to see that.
Different adaptation. A non-Disney adaptation.
Yes, because Disney wouldn't allow that. But
can we have like a Stephen King adaptation?
Yes. Oh, I would watch that. That's awesome. I like the theory number 2.
I read the first one.
I mean, it's pretty fucked up, and it's probably weird for me to say that, but that's like a good plot.
Yeah.
That's a good plot.
I thought so.
Interesting.
That's
okay.
a good plot.
Here I am with fucking animal pelt, and you just come out of the left fucking field with some, like, good shit.
Good shit.
I mean, it's really not. That's an awful story.
Right.
But it would make a good movie. Let's just...
I agree.
Oh, my air conditioner kicked on. I was like, what the fuck? All right, my next one is Bambi's mother.
Ooh. Okay.
So...
Do you have a fascination with deer? Should I be concerned?
Deer, 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 deer.
Deer, 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 deer.
Well, my first 2 searches was like dead characters.
Dead Disney characters.
Yes. Like, that's the route I took.
Gotcha.
Was the dead.
Gotcha.
I mean,
It's funny because every conspiracy theory that I have has somebody's dead.
Yeah.
Which is
I feel
weird.
like that's kind of why it's called a conspiracy theory,
Right.
is because there's some dark shit in there, which is like intertwined and twisted and makes it bananas. So, Bambi's mother, when discussing...
Sorry.
If you are a millennial,
You're
that
welcome.
is how you learn to spell bananas. Just like.
Facts.
Okay.
Anyway.
When discussing the saddest Disney movie deaths, Bambi's mother is right up there on the list. Let's just say that was fucked up.
Yeah.
Who killed Bambi's mother was never revealed, but there's a theory. During the popular 2D animation days, everything was hand-drawn or computer graphics were extremely limited. To help cut costs and speed up production, Disney used recycled footage. The footage would be flipped, colored differently, added backgrounds, etc. In Beauty and the Beast, several of the forest scenes are actually recycled scenes from Bambi, so this is suggesting that Gaston killed Bambi's mother.
Oh.
And because he's so full of himself, he probably most likely put the head of Bambi's mother inside the bar.
Right.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I was like, poor Bambi's mama. It's actually kind of cool because if you look at some of the scenes side by side of The Jungle Book and Snow White, it's exactly the same. And
Interesting.
there's another one. What's the other one?
I mean, obviously Bambi and
What? Yeah, Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and the Beast.
But there was another one that was like direct correlation. Like it was the exact same. Like they were. It's the one where they're dancing around. They're like doing like little like whatever. It's like the same movements, but the characters are slightly different.
Wow.
Yeah. I should have wrote down which 2 movies they were. I know one for sure is The Jungle Book and Snow White.
Interesting.
Yeah.
My next one is Moana.
Moana,
And-
make way.
I got lazy and pulled this one off Reddit, so I'm going to credit the Reddit user, which is Dave Midrock, I guess.
Good for you, Glen Coco.
So the theory is that Moana's dead for most of the movie.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay.
So
Back to the dead
Dead.
characters.
Yep.
All right. Clearly we have a theme.
So Moana begins with the title character in her home island, doing normal worldly things. Then she gets to the call to action, gets on a boat, goes on an adventure, saves the world, and then goes back home. That's kind of the plot of the movie, or the
Correct.
story.
The way you say it like that, it sounds like a very boring movie.
It does. Anyway. In the very beginning of her journey, Moana asks the ocean for help and immediately gets hit by a storm.
Ooh.
We're meant to understand that the storm drove her to her destination because she wakes up on Maui's island.
Okay. Why did I sound
What if there was a barrier between the normal human world and the magical otherworld?
Ooh.
Where all the things from the Polynesian mythology are. So, the only way to get to the other world is to be a part of it. For instance,
Dead.
being dead. So this guy said, my theory is that the storm killed Moana so she could go to the place where all the weird magic stuff exists. And at the very end, is it Te
Te yeah.
not only fixes Moana's boat, which had been wrecked to bits by the storm, but also brings her back to life so she can go back to the human world. There are things that support this.
Back to life. Back to reality.
Moana doesn't meet or interact with any normal humans from the moment of the storm until after Te Fiti brings her back. She only runs across Maui and monsters.
It's very true. And the chicken. Don't forget the Hei Hei.
He comes up.
Ooh. You know, I resonate with Hei Hei.
Same. Same. Throughout the film, Moana survives things no human could survive. Just look at all her falls into the realm of monsters. The only time we see Moana get physically hurt is when she gets her foot stuck in the reef, which takes place before the storm.
Okay.
When she was still in her island and alive. Anyway, Moana meets her grandma and ancestors.
Processing.
Yep, and ancestors as ghosts during her adventures. She also sees her grandma's spirit as a stingray before the storm.
Yep.
But it is only after the storm that the two actually interact and talk to each other.
Ooh, on the boat.
Because they're both dead.
Ooh.
In the early drafts of the script, the realm of monsters was called the Underworld. And Moana actually met her ancestors there. That doesn't hold as much because it never actually made it to the movie.
Right.
All of this applies to Hei Hei, the chicken, as well. Since he was with Moana all throughout her adventure, he must have also died in the storm and then been brought back to life by Te Fiti at the end.
Why kill the chicken?
Maui even points out the chicken lives.
Yeah.
And then he did edit it at one point and said, I just remembered Moana does look hurt for a second when she is trying to get out of Maui's cave. That may be simply mental pain since she just ran into a rock and her brain is telling her that it should hurt. Also, she does some crazy Spider-Man stunts a second after that. To the best of my memory, that's the only time she looks physically hurt between the storm and the finale.
That was a lot to take in, Dave. That was a lot.
Yeah.
I'm like speechless. Other than the fact that Hei Hei,
The chicken lives.
You and me, bro, we're the same.
Facts.
Why don't you say we just cook him?
Cook him?
Yeah, that's kind of... That's a good one.
Yeah,
That's a good one. Okay. If I have any more thoughts to that one, I'll come back to it. But for right now, I'm like...
What?
I'm very speechless, and that's a first. All right, my next one is Sully's death.
Sully from Monsters Inc? Uh-oh. Yes. Okay.
So Pixar made a prequel instead of a sequel to Monsters Inc. Most likely because Most
likely because Silly Goose is dead. Mother Moose killed Silly Goose.
It ain't a moose. Most likely because Sully has been killed.
Okay.
Now, in a Disney short called Partysaurus Rex, Bonnie is seen playing in the bathtub with her bath toys, and during a wide range shot of the bathroom, you could see the toilet seat cover is Sully's fur.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, but my question is, why would you kill an animal? Just if we're going our world, why would you kill an animal to make it a toilet seat cover?
People make them into shoes.
Why do people use toilet seat covers? That's just gross.
No. My guess, the only thing that I can think of is like when you're sitting down, like not to use the bathroom, you're just sitting on the lid. Mm-hmm. Like that shit cold. Like I don't know about you.
That's fair.
But when I'm like plucking my eyebrows, I mean, you can still feel it through your pants. It's still kind of chilly on the buns.
Still.
We got cold buns, not hot
cold buns.
Cold buns.
Cold buns.
But when I pluck my eyebrows, I sit on the toilet seat cover. I'm not like taking a shit while plucking my eyebrows. But I'm just saying. It's a thing. Do you want me to do a couple more of mine? Because you have a longer one.
I do have a long one.
Yeah. Short tear.
Short tear?
Short tear. So this one's Marlin, the clownfish from Nemo.
Ooh.
Okay. During the Barracuda attack, nobody survived but Marlin.
Oh.
And his vision of Nemo, which translates to nobody in Latin, is just his manifestation of...
So are you saying he got, like, injured in this attack?
Yes.
And...
Because remember, everything went black, and then he, like, woke back up?
Yeah.
So that is his, like... His vision of, like, Nemo. He, like... basically saw the whole... future, like
imagined it.
Yeah, because of his grief.
Interesting. Interesting.
Like I said, mine are real short and sweet, baby.
But damn,
I like it. All right, I'll do one more, and then you can do yours. Snow White.
Okay.
The theory is that the prince isn't actually real and is a representation of Death. At the start of the movie, Death, the prince, appears at the wall when Snow White gets too close to the well. Her running back to the castle is her escaping death. While Snow White is poisoned and lies in her coffin, she is awaiting for her soul to be released. When the prince, Death, kisses her, he takes her soul to heaven, which is represented by the kingdom in the sky at the end of the film. Because at the end of the film, it's got like this castle, and it's very like, I don't know, it just looks very heaven-y. You know what I mean? So,
interesting.
I know. I don't know why mine are all...
So on the topic of death,
You mean all of these?
We're going to talk about Up, which you did say one of the saddest deaths in Disney history was Bambi, and I'll agree, but I think Up might have taken that cake.
Pretty up there. Yeah.
Up is up there?
Up is up there. When up, and it's up, and up.
So, this was another Reddit one, because I got lazy.
We slacked on this one.
We're struggling. It's getting towards the end of the summer. We're exhausted. It's fine.
Yeah.
So this one is from Lock Zachary on Reddit.
On Reddit.
On Reddit.
On Reddit. I'm ready.
I'm ready. So this theory basically states that the movie is Carl's journey to the afterlife.
God damn.
So this one's about the balloons. So
this one's about the balloon.
It's fun facts about like how much balloons would be needed to actually float a house and helium and whatnot. We don't need all that information.
Yeah, that's a little too sciencey for me.
That's what I said.
That's why I said
it's fine. So, all combined, the raising of the house would represent Carl's initial Hold on.
Carl. Babe, if you're watching that one's for you. You'll understand. Carl.
Okay.
You good?
Yeah, I was just making sure I didn't miss anything.
Gotcha.
So the raising of the house represents Carl's initial transition from the physical world to the spiritual world. He rises up in the same way as people who have near-death experiences relate to the feeling of floating above their body and watching as the doctors resuscitate it.
Oh. Okay.
Russell,
Russell.
represents Carl's guardian angel. Guardians Carl Angel.
We gotta stop reading. We gotta stop these reading.
We gotta stop podcasting while tired.
And reading.
All of the above.
Today also has
Russell.
been a shit day.
Facts.
Listen.
Russell represents Carl's guardian angel. Or perhaps more accurately, a spiritual guide of sorts.
Ooh, like the dog in Coco?
Who? I haven't seen Coco. Listen, I haven't even seen Moana.
Listen.
Well, I can't say that. I haven't sat down and watched it from beginning to end, but I've seen all of Moana.
I feel that. You've seen bits and pieces for sure.
Oh, I've seen the whole thing, just not in one sitting.
A little bit of here, a little bit of there, the ending, and now the beginning.
Exactly.
I get it. All right, continue.
Spiritual guide of sorts who is trying to earn his wings by helping Carl with his transition.
Wings, as in he needs a badge.
Russell has earned many badges and is very close to getting his final badge, thus earning his wings. His final badge requires him to help a senior citizen.
Yep.
This makes sense. Russell's other badges are preparing him in various ways for the final test, which is to help a senior citizen into the afterlife. Once Russell earns that badge, his training is complete and he becomes a true guardian angel. Russell's innocence and devotion shows his purity, and the example he sets through that purity helps Carl see the error in his ways of thinking. Several times in the movie, you see Carl change his actions in direct response to Russell's response and actions. You could also say that Russell, as the guardian angel, took the form of a child to fulfill Carl and Ellie's desire / inability to have children.
Oh, that gave me goosebumps. That's so sad.
Sad.
Oh.
Yes. Kevin.
That one like hit home. That was sad. That gave me really... I'm not kidding. That gave me goosebumps.
Kevin. For those of you who don't remember who Kevin is, that's the bird.
It's the bird. The annoying, like... bird.
Represents a higher calling. A muse, perhaps. Or maybe even God itself.
Oh.
Something that Carl can aspire to that's beyond his own desires and wishes. So Russell would Russell would be fully aware of what Kevin is. At first, Carl couldn't care less about Kevin and wants to leave it behind. But Russell eventually shows Carl some of the better aspects of Kevin. Kevin's love of chocolate is a metaphor for the small rewards that are earned along the way of pursuing a higher calling. The fact that Kevin is rarely around when Carl needs him and often around when Carl doesn't want him to be is indicative of a higher calling. A muse-like inspiration rarely strikes when he wants it to. By the end of the movie, Carl has come to accept and protect Kevin, and thereby accepting his own higher purpose in life, even if he doesn't fully understand it.
Interesting.
My favorite character. We know that Doug's translation collar is impossible even in the context of the movie's reality. So there's another clue that what's happening on screen isn't really happening in the movie's reality. It's just another part of Carl's transition. But Doug, the dog, himself represents a metaphor for transition, the change from one state to the other. Doug was Muntz's dog, but switched to Carl / Russell's side. Russell's side. Doug was the bottom-ranking dog, but became alpha. And through the translation collar, Doug bridged the gap between animal and human in the same way that Doug is helping Carl to bridge the gap between life and afterlife.
Okay. I
love Doug.
Doug is cute.
Muntz is evil, of course. resplendent upon a story of lies at first and commanding the hounds of hell.
Oh.
Muntz wants to destroy Kevin for his own glory and personal satisfaction in much the same way that Lucifer wants to destroy all that is good, biblically speaking. Wow. Carl's soul is the prize here. If Muntz destroys the higher calling, then Carl falls into despair and Muntz wins.
Mm-hmm.
So, for the house itself, it represents Carl's attachment to the physical world, with Paradise Falls being Carl's perceived representation of heaven. And with the house finally landing at Paradise Falls, Carl has finally finished his transition and completed his greatest adventure, presumably reuniting with Ellie in heaven.
Aww.
And then it does say that Carl died in his sleep the night after he returns from court with the orders that he is to vacate to a retirement home as a result of the incident with the construction workers and the mailbox and everything.
Right.
Everything that happened afterwards represents his journey into the afterlife.
That's crazy. The stuff with Ellie makes me so sad. That was such
Facts.
a cute little thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. It kind of irritates me how you can take this, like, beautiful story of, like, this husband trying to, like, fulfill her, like, dream,
mm-hmm.
and then they just turn it into him fucking dying, mm-hmm. and, like, y'all suck.
Mm-hmm. Y'all need to stop with your theories. They're depressing.
But also keep doing it because I like to read them.
Facts. Facts.
I only have 3 more, but
okay.
They're actually, I mean, I guess they're kind of quick. This one, we both knew The Emperor's New Groove. The fly being an actual...
Yes.
So the only animals that can speak in The Emperor's New Groove are the animals that were once human. Mm-hmm. There's a fly in the video, or in the scene where Cusco is going through, like, the jungle or something.
Right.
And the fly attaches to the spider web, and it's saying, like, help me, or whatever. And then the spider eats him. So, the fly was once a human.
Excuse me.
And Cusco, like, saw that, like,
interesting.
his, like, death. So that one's like, meh. And then the other one was Wreck-It Ralph. The hero's duty, I think her name's Calhoun.
Yes.
Like the blonde, hard-ass chick.
I think so.
Tells a story about what happened to her wedding day. Her fiancé was eaten by a cybug. But we learn later on in the movie that cybugs eventually morph into what they eat. This happens with Ralph's laser gun and then King Candy. So this means that Calhoun had to shoot the cybug as it was morphing into the image of her fiancé. Essentially killing her fiancé.
Gee, that's depressing.
I know. And then my last one is you also know this one, Toy Story. Andy's cowboy hat could potentially be his mom's because it is the same hat that Jesse wears, suggesting that Andy's mom was once Jesse's owner.
Yes. I love that one.
That one wasn't death. That one was like a good
That's
one.
a cute one. That's a good one to end on.
Yeah.
All right. Join us here in, well, for you guys, it's going to be a week. For us, it's going to be all of, like,
2 minutes.
2 seconds.
But thank you so much for tuning in to this episode. We hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel if you are not already. And we hope you have a fantastic week. We love you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.